Welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and as the company, as Rev Sports completes 4 years, I really wanted to take a moment to look back, not just at how far the organization has come, but also at how far I have come. My journey because of Rev Sports, being here for 2 years, has changed a lot for me as well. So this isn't just a story of how Rev Sports grew as a company, but also how I grew in the company and how I found my spark again. When I first stepped into journalism, I was very young, and sports journalism is tough, especially for young women who might not necessarily know what the next step is. And like most of us, I was full of energy, I was full of passion, and I dreamt of being out there on the field telling real stories. But somewhere along the way, working at a traditional media house, uh, that that spark started to dim. Day after day in a studio or behind a desk, far away from the action, I realized that I wasn't doing the kind of journalism that really made me fall in love with this profession in the first place. I was not really unhappy, but I was not alive either, and that feeling kind of scared me because I had never felt my spark for sport dull. So, around that time, something interesting started to happen. I found myself watching Rev Sports coverage of the Asian Games. There was a team of 5 to 6 or even more people who were working around the clock, who were delivering videos, who were on ground every single day, producing journalism with more heart, more passion, and more authenticity than anyone else. And there were a lot of controversies in that Asian Games, and every single time Rev Sports would be on the money, be it talking to Anju Bobby George, be it talking to the athletes on the field. And I remember thinking, this is what real journalism is supposed to look like. I did not know it then, but that was the first spark of what would eventually become my journey at Rev Sports. So my first point of contact was through Shubhayan Chakrabarti. And when I first got on that phone call with Shubhayan, who then gave me Boria sir's number, I was actually a little bit scared to talk to him, but at the same time, I was not expecting him to be that supportive. And he has been really, really supportive of my career from the very first day. Even like I said, even uh, when my skills were incredibly raw, he knew that I had played a little bit of cricket. That I had picked up the bat professionally, and that was enough for him because it's for Boria. It's always been about what people bring to the table besides the skill as well. He sees in people something that other employers might not see. He looks for passion. He looks for people that have played the sport, people that want to really be there. And it's, like I said, unlike popular belief, it's not always international assignments that, because that's what people tend to focus on, but a lot of us have gotten there after proving ourselves in other tournaments, be it daily coverage, be it going to the field every single day, domestic cricket, domestic other sports as well. So that's how it is. And the vision that Boria dreamt for this company has really inspired all of us to work really, really hard for the company. And at this point, it's not just Rev Sports isn't just a company that we work for. I think all of us believe in the vision truly from the bottom of our heart, and we really want Rev Sports to continue the way that it has continued, and it's honestly all because of the vision that Borea dreamt for it. I woke up one day and decided to actually message him on Twitter. It was, a simple message, a simple conversation, and suddenly everything changed. We got on a call, and then things just went forward from there. It still feels surreal how sometimes something so small can set your entire life on a new track. Back then, my skills were also incredibly raw. I knew what I wanted to, I knew where I wanted to reach, but I was nowhere close yet. But this Rev Sports team, looked at me and saw potential before I saw it in myself. And when you're young, when you're still learning, confidence can be a little fragile. it's not necessarily there, and every mistake feels bigger than it is. Every new assignment feels very intimidating. It all starts feeling really daunting. But at Rev Sports, I never felt alone. I was always surrounded by incredible people who supported me, who guided me, and most importantly, trusted me. Even when I wasn't at the best version of myself yet, I was given opportunities, and real on ground opportunities that were meaningful, that weren't, opportunities that others my age rarely get. And because that trust, that faith, it changed everything. Because sometimes the only thing more powerful than believing in yourself is someone else believing in you first. So there's one moment that I will never forget looking back on this entire journey. And I think that was the pivot, or that was the turning point in my career as well. I was sitting in the press box of the Melbourne cricket ground, the MCG, during the Border Gavaskar Trophy. It's one of the greatest sporting arenas in the world, and it has a way of uh, you know changing your perspective. And I was watching the game, it just hit me out of nowhere that if 12-year-old me could see me right now, she would be absolutely stoked that this is what I do for a living. And that moment of clarity, that sudden epiphany, that sense of I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, that spark had dimmed for so long, but it finally came back. And since that day, it has never dulled. People often assume that it's the big international assignments that make Rev Sports so special, but honestly, that's not even half the stories. What I love most about this organization is the vision, and that is the reason why I first joined this organization. And people had a lot to say when I made that move. But the belief that sport must be covered the way it's meant to be covered, from the ground, not from a studio, not from a desk, not from behind the computer, but from the heart of the action. And that applies not just to global tournaments, but to everything we do: domestic cricket, neighborhood football, hockey, badminton, shooting, parasport. We show up everywhere because every sport, every athlete, every story deserves to be seen. And for a lot of us who have grown up playing sport in the team, this is not just a job for us. We look at it as a responsibility and as a privilege as well. Another thing that makes Rev Sports truly one of a kind is the culture. Every single person here is allowed to be their authentic self. No one is pretending to be anyone else. There is no mold to fit into. We are all a diverse team. We come from diverse backgrounds. We have diverse ideas, strengths, weaknesses, personalities, and that is our biggest advantage. And the strength of Rev Sports has always been the people. We are people who care. We are people who work with real passion, people who lift each other up, and individuality is celebrated here. And when I look back at the last couple of years, what stands out to me is not just any one assignment or any one big moment, except the MCG one. That was a different day. It's always been the small, everyday things that have shaped my journey here. It's the learning curve, it's the early mistakes, and the times I asked the most basic questions because I genuinely did not know and was answered with patience. The days when I was not confident at all, but still showed up and got the job done, because someone here trusted me to get the job done. And honestly, a lot of my growth has happened in those ordinary moments: editing late at night, staying up at night, standing on grounds in the heat, going from tournament to tournament, figuring things out on the go, adjusting, learning, improving. And none of that was glamorous, despite popular belief. But all of it mattered. People often see the final video or often see the specially curated social media post. But the truth is, most of this job is work that nobody sees. And that's where you grow the most as well. What made a huge difference for me was the environment here, because it's rare to find a space where you don't have to pretend to be something you're not, where you can be honest about what you don't know, where you can work on yourself and genuinely still be taken seriously. And that's one of Rev Sports' biggest strengths. Every single person here brings something different, different backgrounds, different experiences, different ways of looking at the world, and even perceiving sport. We're not always on the same page, but that's just what makes us unique. Even on live shows, we'll have a lot of banter, we'll have people who disagree with each other, but that just makes us us. And somehow it all just fits together. There's no one type of journalist here, and that diversity is what makes the work better. Another thing I have realized over time is that growth does not always come with loud moments. Like I said, sometimes it's just consistency. It is about showing up and learning and being willing to learn and getting a little bit better than the previous month. And then one day you look back and realize at how far you've actually come. I think that's what Rev Sports has given me, the space and the time to grow at my own pace without pressure to be perfect from day one. And that's a privilege that not everyone gets so early in the career. So, as we complete 4 years, what I really feel is gratitude. And it's not one that is in a big dramatic way, but in a very real, very simple way, because this place gave me the kind of sports journalism that I used to dream about doing, and it reminded me why I even chose this field. So, if I had to sum up the last few years, I'd say I learned a lot. I grew up. I grew a lot, and I found my spark again. And I'm genuinely thankful for that. And as we complete 4 years, to the founders who dreamt of this vision, Borea, to the team that executes it every single day, there's so many of us. I will miss out on a few names, so that's why I won't say anyone's name. I'll just say that this is for the team who executes it every single day. To everyone who believed in me when I was still learning how to believe in myself, thank you. Rev Sports has not just given me a job, it has given me purpose, it has given me a lot of direction in my career, and it gave me the version of myself that I always wanted to become. And that's something that I will always carry with me. So here's to 4 years of telling stories the right way, and to many more years of doing what we love, on the field, on the road, and with our heart. Happy anniversary, Rev Sports, and thank you for everything.